Welcome, fellow Power Platform enthusiasts, to our free Power Automate course, a comprehensive beginner's guide that equips you with essential skills to unlock the true potential of the Power Platform. Today, our focus is on Power Automate, a dynamic service designed to simplify tasks, automate processes, and enhance overall efficiency. Imagine creating seamless workflows, reducing repetitive tasks, and driving productivity gains for your organization. I'm Cynthia, and I'm here to be your guide on this enlightening journey. Together, we'll navigate the intricacies of Power Automate and provide you with the foundation you need to get started. Get ready to transform the way you work and harness the introductory power of the Power Platform. Oh, and please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified of new courses, and also so that you can help us grow this channel and provide you with more content like this. Thank you. Now let's dive in and embark on a path of skill enhancement with Power Automate.
Unbelievable!
In this tutorial, we'll guide you through the process of signing up. Before you can start creating cloud flows, you'll need to sign up for Power Automate. The process is easy and open to anyone regardless of your email address. If this is your first time using a Microsoft Online product with that address, you'll need to register it. To sign up, first visit the Power Automate homepage. Click the blue Start Free button. Enter your email address. Ideally, you will be trying this out with your work or school email, but if you don't have one, you can sign in with your personal email address. Alternatively, if you already have a Microsoft 365 account, you can also access it on the Office 365 dashboard. On the dashboard, click the App Launcher icon to show an expanded list of available apps. In our case, we see Power Automate, but if you don't see it, click on the Explore All Your Apps link. I'll go ahead and click on Power Automate, which brings us to the Power Automate homepage. Upon logging, you'll encounter a range of options at your disposal. On the left navigation bar, we have our home button at the top, which brings us to this page, and then we have Approvals. This is where we manage approvals and business process flows. My Flows. Here you can access your stored flows. Create is where we initiate a new flow. Under Templates, we can explore popular templates, offering inspiration for your own flows. Connectors. This is how we establish connections between various services. Data. Here we have access to tables, connections, custom connectors, gateways, and custom actions, which is currently a preview feature. Under Monitor, we can observe the activity of cloud, desktop, and AI builder flows. We can see we also have access to the desktop flow runs and machine management. We have the AI Builder, which allows us to construct AI models and view shared or personal models. Process Mining allows you to establish a workflow, link to an event log through data flows, examine a process based on data, access the analytics report online, and conduct advanced analytics within the desktop application. On the Solutions tab, we can manage solutions. Hosting flows in a solution enhances portability, enabling seamless movement across environments, commonly employed by ISVs for developing and transitioning flows between sandbox, test, and production environments. Note that you must have access to the Dataverse to use these. Finally, we have the Learn tab, where you can discover resources to rapidly enhance your proficiency in Power Automate. Now let's turn our attention to the menu represented by the question mark icon located next to your sign-in. This menu offers you the following options. Documentation. Delve into advanced topics for an in-depth understanding of features and functions. Learn. Access learning paths, guiding you through Power Automate usage from basics to advanced scenarios. Support. This serves as a central hub for seeking assistance. Roadmap. Get a sneak peek into upcoming product updates. Community. Engage with fellow users to learn about diverse Power Automate applications. Give feedback. Join a community of proficient users to share comments and queries with developers and experienced users. Blog. Stay updated on the latest developments and releases within the Power Automate ecosystem. Desktop flows. Get acquainted with Power Automate for desktop usage. Pricing. Make informed decisions by exploring suitable plan options for you or your business. Power Automate for desktop. Obtain details on downloading and installing Power Automate for desktop on your machine. And finally, Data Gateway, from which we can gain insights into the on-premises data gateway. Beside that, we have the settings icon. These settings allow you to customize and personalize your Power Automate experience to match your preferences. Let's take a closer look at the options. Power Automate Admin Center. By selecting this option, you'll be directed to the Power Automate Admin Center. You can manage and configure various administrative settings to govern the use of Power Automate within your organization. View all Power Automate settings. This choice leads you to an overview of all the settings related to Power Automate. It's your gateway to fine-tuning the platform according to your requirements. My licenses. With this option, you can access information about your Power Automate licenses, get insights into your subscription details, and make sure you have the right resources for your automation needs. Themes. The Themes option allows you to change the visual appearance of Power Automate. You can choose from a variety of themes to personalize the interface based on your taste and mood. Password. Select this option to change your Power Automate password. Ensure your account's security by updating your password regularly. Contact preferences. With this choice, you can update your contact preferences. Make sure you receive the notifications and communications that matter to you. Moving to the left, we can see what environment we are in. An environment functions as a repository to house, oversee, and distribute your company's business data, applications, and workflows. Furthermore, it acts as a compartment to segregate applications that may possess distinct roles, security prerequisites, or intended user groups. The utilization of environments is contingent upon your organization's needs and the nature of the applications you develop. In the bottom left, we have our chatbot for more help. With this chatbot, we have access to instant assistance within the product through documentation and the Power Virtual Agent bot aimed at resolving frequently encountered workflow scenarios. As you construct your workflows, you have the ability to tap into resources from documentation, the community, blogs, and templates. Now, get ready to unlock the full potential of Power Automate. By signing up, you've opened the door to a world where tasks become effortless and workflows run like clockwork. Whether it's managing approvals, checking out cool templates, or diving into a helpful community, you're armed with the tools to turbocharge your work. So let's jump right in and start your automation adventure. Your tasks are about to get a serious upgrade. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more awesome tips and tricks.
Great job!
All right, let's dive into Power Automate and get started quickly by using one of Microsoft's pre-designed templates. Templates are ready-made automation solutions that you can use right away without building from scratch. They cover a range of tasks to suit your needs. For instance, if you often forget to take out the trash, like me, we can set up an email reminder to be sent to your inbox every day. It can be your Gmail or Outlook account or any email address you prefer. I'll click on Templates to begin. Since we're talking about reminders, let's search for Reminder here and see what options we have. As you can see, there are several reminder options available. Each template shows the applications involved in the automation. In this case, you can see Outlook, email, and even Microsoft Teams. But for now, let's focus on Get Daily Reminders from your Outlook.com email. This template suits our purpose. Now we get a quick preview of what this automation will do, sending a reminder email every day. You can customize the email address and content as needed. Click Continue to proceed. Power Automate is setting things up for us. You'll notice 2 steps in our template. The first step is crucial. It's the trigger of the automation. It's set to run every day, creating a daily interval. Interval in Power Automate refers to the time gap between the runs of a flow. The interval can be specified by the user based on the frequency, time zone, and start time of the flow. We can see the options we have when we click on the frequency drop-down menu. So this trigger is where the automation starts. You can also click Show Advanced Options to set a specific time and time zone for greater precision. I'm going to choose once every minute for our test. The next step involves sending an email. This template is customizable. If you're not satisfied with it, you can delete, modify, or add steps to fit your needs. We can add new steps by either clicking this plus here or the new step button to add it to the end of our flow. For instance, if you prefer Gmail, you can search for Gmail and choose actions accordingly. For now, this template works fine. I'll fill out some details here, so I'll specify who to send it to. I'll also put a subject title in there. Once you've set up your template steps, click Save. This completes the automation setup. After saving your automation, the next step is to perform some quick testing to ensure everything runs smoothly. To facilitate this, let's take a look at the flow checker. Clicking on it provides a concise overview of any errors or warnings that might need your attention within your automation. As everything appears to be in order here, let's proceed to the testing phase. Click on Tests. Here, you have the option for manual testing. This means you can initiate a test run on demand without waiting for a full day to see the results. It's a convenient way to check if your setup is functioning as expected. Since we want to trigger the email manually, this approach works well. I'll click Run Now. This manual test demonstrates the successful execution of your automation. Now let's move to the receiving end, your email inbox. Here it is, the Teach with Love and Passion reminder. The email was sent out by Power Automate, demonstrating the effectiveness of your testing process. This confirms that you have been able to successfully test your automation, ensuring that emails are being generated and delivered as intended.
Way to go!
Now let's briefly explore the process of crafting your second flow. To initiate this endeavor, click on Create. We'll begin by an automated cloud flow, considering its initiation upon a data change. You can bypass the wizard for now and move ahead. Remember that all flows have a triggering element. Triggers are the directives that set your flow into action. In your previous flow, you employed a scheduled trigger. Now, let's introduce a SharePoint trigger, specifically when an item is created. This selection allows you to choose the relevant site address and list. For instance, you might opt for the student demo site and select the student details as your list. Upon configuring the trigger, you'll specify an action to be executed upon its activation, such as sending an email. Adding an action entails selecting an appropriate option from the available connectors. In this scenario, you might choose Outlook and proceed with Office 365 Outlook. Utilizing the search function, locate the Send an Email action and proceed to customize the particulars. This entails designating the recipient, crafting a subject, and integrating dynamic content where applicable. With the essence of your second flow in place, provide it with an identifiable title. Afterward, saving your work is as straightforward as clicking on the Save option on the right. This concludes the creation of your second flow. Bear in mind that the potential for your flows is expansive. You can integrate diverse actions, connect with a range of data sources and connectors, establish branching structures, and introduce various conditions. As you delve deeper into flow creation, you'll get an array of valuable insights and techniques. This foundational understanding underscores the concept that all flows initiate with a trigger and can involve one or more subsequent actions. With your flows established, you've effectively initiated their execution, signifying the commencement of automation within your operations. As you progress, you'll further explore the intricacies of flows and their applications, continually enhancing your capacity to streamline and automate your business processes. Congratulations, your first 2 flows have been successfully created from templates.
That's amazing!
In this tutorial, you will learn how to create a powerful flow in Power Automate that can efficiently manage your incoming emails. By setting up this automated flow, you'll save valuable time and ensure your email attachments are seamlessly organized. All right, let's jump right in. For the first step, we need to specify the SharePoint site and library. We can get to SharePoint via the app launcher. Go ahead and choose any SharePoint site and library that you prefer. For demonstration purposes, I'll choose the student demo site, and then I'll use the default documents library. Next, we'll choose the trigger event. Make sure to be signed into Power Automate. A quick way to do this is to simply go to make.powerautomate.com. Once you're logged into Power Automate, navigate to My Flows. Click on New Flow and select Automated Cloud Flow. I'm going to name my flow Email Attachments. Now let's choose the trigger event. Type in Outlook in the search bar and select When a New Email Arrives, V3. Now click on Create. Awesome. Now make sure to expand the Show Advanced options. Next, let's configure the advanced settings to set up the conditions that will trigger your flow. I'm going to specify the sender's email as no-reply@technewbie.com. I'll then enable Include Attachments and set the subject filter as Daily Feedback. Also, enable Only with Attachments. Time to define our action. Add a new step and search for SharePoint. Choose the Create File action. Now let's configure the action. We have to set the site address. In our drop-down list, we see the student demo site. I'll go ahead and choose that. Note, however, that sometimes it can happen your site may not appear in this list. If that happens, you can add a custom value. You will need to go to your SharePoint list and copy the path to the end of your site name, as I'm doing now. Then in our custom value, we paste the site address. Now choose folder path as /shared documents, and for file name, select attachments name from dynamic content. Once the attachments name is added, the Create File action is automatically added in and apply to each. This will take care of scenarios when an email comes in with multiple attachments. For file content, choose Attachments Content. And there you have it. Let's see this in action. I'll go to my Gmail, send an email titled Daily Feedback, and send it to my Outlook account attached to this flow. SharePoint may not show the file straight away, so I'll refresh it. And boom, there you have it. Congratulations to us. We've just created a dynamic Power Automate flow that efficiently manages our incoming emails, saving us time and keeping your attachments organized. By mastering this exercise, you are well on your way to becoming proficient in automating various tasks using Power Automate. This skill will greatly enhance your productivity and streamline your daily workflows. Keep exploring and keep going with the rest of this course. If you found this helpful, do give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. This will really help this channel grow. Let's move on to the next chapter.
Nice job!
In this tutorial, we're delving into a crucial topic that forms the foundation of your automation journey, connecting to data sources. These are like gateways to a world of applications that you can seamlessly integrate and automate. Let's take a closer look. Connecting to data sources is like plugging into a vast network of information streams that Power Automate can tap into. It's the heart of automation, and it opens up a universe of possibilities. When we talk about data sources, we mean various platforms and applications where valuable information resides. Think databases, cloud storage, spreadsheets, social media, and much more. Connectors are a way to connect to data sources and applications like Office 365, Outlook, OneDrive, SharePoint, and even social media platforms like Twitter. Whether it's an Excel spreadsheet brimming with sales figures, customer data in your CRM, or even tweets from your company's Twitter account, Power Automate can seamlessly connect to these sources, extract data, and orchestrate actions. And that's not all. Google Drive, FTP, GitHub, Slack, and yes, even the weather. The possibilities are truly limitless. Imagine the time you'll save and the accuracy you'll achieve when your data sources communicate with each other effortlessly. While many connectors are free and readily available, some fall under the premium category. These might require a subscription and a monthly fee to unlock their full potential. But don't worry, there's still a multitude of free connectors to kickstart your automation journey. Let's dive into an example. Say you're keen on automating tasks with Excel. I'll do a search for OneDrive Excel and select that. You'll be presented with a range of templates related to Excel Online. These templates serve as starting points for your automation adventures. From data management to analytics, the options are diverse. Let's say you're a Microsoft Teams expert. We'll select the Teams connector and explore the possibilities of automating teamwork and communication. Here at the top, we can start a flow by choosing a trigger type. For example, a trigger that will initiate an automation when a new channel message is added or when I am mentioned in a channel message. 3 are templates for creating chats, receiving messages, scheduling meetings, and even adding team members. All this is at your fingertips. Now let's look at one more example that isn't inside of the Microsoft ecosystem. Let's take the YouTube connector, for example. I'm going to choose the trigger when I upload a video. The trigger itself indicates that there is no additional information needed for this step, so I can go ahead and create a new step. I'll search for YouTube, and here are the actions I can take on that specific trigger. Wow, pretty neat. Looks like we have some of these cool AI-powered writing tools that we can implement into our flow. This is powerful. I'll go ahead and choose Create YouTube Ideas. We are then required to fill in the of this connection, and it looks like we'll need an API key from WriteSonic. A quick look at the overview tells us WriteSonic is an AI writer that helps you write SEO-optimized blog posts and articles. Pretty neat. I'll leave a link in the description below in case you want to check out WriteSonic. By adding actions, you'll design your workflow with conditions and loops. These elements come together to create a sequence of tasks that will transform your data and carry out your desired actions. Once your masterpiece is ready, save it and activate the workflow. As you can see, Power Automate connectors open up a realm of automation potential. It's all about combining these connectors to build workflows that save you time and effort. From simple tasks to complex processes, the possibilities are yours to explore. That wraps up our quick tour of Power Automate connectors. Remember, the key is to let your imagination run wild and create automations that suit your needs. If you found this connector overview helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. When a notification flow will trigger and I get my joyful hit of dopamine. Oh yeah.
Wow!
In this walkthrough, we'll delve into the process of incorporating a condition into your workflow. A condition permits you to implement an if statement, enabling you to make decisions based on different evaluations, like comparing values or text. Let's construct an illustrative workflow step by step. To begin, let's click on the Create button and select Instant Cloud Flow. Name it as Condition Example and opt for Manually Trigger a Flow. Our initial task involves adding a stock count input within the Manually Trigger a Flow component. So let's click on the component to expand it, then click on Add Input. Then choose Number. This input will dynamically hold the content referred to as stock count. Subsequently, proceed to add a new step where you'll find the condition option under Actions. Within the condition module, you'll encounter an evaluation section along with paths for both yes and no outcomes. In our scenario, we aim to examine whether the provided stock count is less than the threshold for when we need to order more. We will then proceed and choose a value to evaluate, which is going to be the stock count variable from our manual trigger. Note that the manual flow trigger provides us with multiple outputs, for example, username, user email, date, and so on. We'll choose as less than from this drop-down list, and I'll enter 20 for the value. If the condition is met and the stock count is indeed less than, you can trigger an email notification conveying the message. The stock count is low, time to order stock. To do this, I'll add an action to the yes condition. Enter Send an Email into the search box and then select Send an Email V2. I'll put it in the email to send the notification to. I'll put in an appropriate subject title and a short message in the body. If we wanted to add some more dynamic content from the trigger, we can do so by adding Add Dynamic Content. I'll add the time submitted. Similarly, if the condition isn't satisfied, indicating that the entered stock is above 20, you can set up another notification with the content, "We currently have enough stock." After configuring these steps, save the workflow and proceed to test it manually. Enter an amount such as 19 and initiate the flow. Observe the outcome. If it aligns with expectations, you've successfully implemented the conditional logic. We would then test it with different values, such as 20 and 23. Remember, you can further enhance your conditions using the Add button for more complex scenarios. If we click Add, we can see we can have multiple conditions, and we can choose the and/or condition types. With this, you can explore the array of available expressions to deepen your understanding of this functionality. For now, I'll go ahead and delete this second condition, as we don't need it right now. As always, I'll save it and do a quick test. Running the flow shows 2 green ticks indicating no issues with it. I'll go to my email account, and as expected, I'm getting the email notifications. As you can see in this example, we have a flow that checks whether a particular value meets a specific condition. If the condition is met, the flow takes one path. If not, it takes another. Although this is the very basics of it, understanding this capability opens up a world of possibilities for creating customized and efficient automation solutions.
Terrific!
In this example, we'll delve into the process of incorporating a simple expression into our workflow. Let's quickly construct an illustrative workflow again from scratch. To begin, let's click on the Create button and select Instant Cloud Flow. Name it as Expression Example and opt for Manually Trigger a Flow. Our initial task involves adding a date input within the Manually Trigger a Flow component. So let's click on the component to expand it, then we click on Add Input. Then choose Date. This input will dynamically hold the content referred to as Trigger Date. Subsequently, proceed to add a new step, where you'll find the Condition option under Actions. Within the Condition module, you'll encounter an evaluation section along with paths for both yes and no outcomes. In our scenario, we aim to examine whether the provided date is greater than the present date. This involves leveraging the UTC Now expression to obtain the current date and time in UTC format, allowing a direct comparison with the specified date. An expression in Power Automate refers to a dynamic combination of functions, operators, and values that allows you to perform calculations, manipulate data, or make decisions within your automated workflows. It enables you to create sophisticated logic and actions by evaluating and transforming data as it flows through the automation process. Expressions are written using the Microsoft PowerFX formula language, which is a low-code programming language specifically designed for creating formulas and expressions within the Power Platform, which includes Power Automate, Power Apps, and Power Virtual Agents. It is designed to be user-friendly and intuitive, allowing users to easily create complex logic and calculations without extensive coding knowledge. We won't be going deep into expressions today, and we'll just look at a very basic example. So for now, we'll share a link to Microsoft's documentation on it below in the description. So to enter our expression, we'll choose a value, and then we'll click on Expression. Here we can add our UTC Now expression. If the condition is met, and the date is indeed in the future, you can trigger an email notification conveying the message, "This date has not happened yet." Similarly, if the condition isn't satisfied, indicating that the chosen date is in the past, you can set up another notification with the content, "This date is in the past." After configuring these steps, save the workflow and proceed to test it manually. Select a date such as July 1st and initiate the flow. Observe the outcome. If it aligns with expectations, you've successfully implemented the expression together with the conditional logic.
Perfect!
In this tutorial, you'll learn how to easily manage the approval of documents or processes across various services like SharePoint, Dynamics 365, Salesforce, OneDrive for Business, Zendesk, or WordPress. With Power Automate, you can automate and simplify your approval processes, making them more efficient and error-free. To set up an approval workflow, we add a Approvals, start and wait for an approval action into our desired flow. Upon integration, this action empowers your flow to effectively manage the approval process for a variety of documents and processes. For instance, you can craft document approval flows aimed at endorsing items like invoices, work orders, sales quotations, and even Twitter content. Additionally, process approval flows can be tailored to grant approval for a wide array of scenarios, including vacation requests, overtime work, travel plans, and other business processes. Before we begin with our flow, we will need a SharePoint list for this example. I'll navigate to SharePoint by clicking on the app launcher and choosing SharePoint. My site is called Student Demo, so I'll click on that. I'll click on New to create a list. Let's choose Blank List, and I'll name mine Vacation Request. The title column is there by default. We can keep that there. we're going to add 5 additional columns. The first 2 are going to be of time, date, and time. I'll choose that for the first and name it start date. I'll do the same for the second column and name it end date. Next, let's add a column of type text, and we'll call this comments. Then we'll add a column to record the approval status. I'll choose the type yes, no, and call it approved. We'll set the default to no. Finally, we'll add a column for the manager's comments, and we'll choose type text for this. Now that we have our list set up, let's go back to the Power Automate homepage. On the homepage, we'll click on the Create button to start creating our flow, and then choose Automated Cloud Flow. I'm going to name my flow Approval Request. Now, under Choose Your Flows trigger, select When an Item is Created, SharePoint, select it and click Create. On the When an Item is Created card, provide the site address and list name for the SharePoint list we have just prepared. Great. With the foundation set, let's move on. It's time to add a profile action. Simply type Profile into the search box and select Office 365 Users. Find and choose the Get My Profile V2 action. Now, let's integrate the power of approvals. We'll create another step and we'll type approval in the action search box and select Start and wait for an approval. For the first approval type, everyone must approve, requiring that all assigned approvers agree for a vacation request to be approved, but any approver can reject the entire request. The approvers will be given 2 options, approve or reject. For first to respond, the approval or rejection request is completed by any approver. The actions that follow the start and wait for an approval action run after any one of the approvers gives approval. The custom responses allow you to define the options the assigned approvers can choose from, whether all approvers or any one approver responds. We'll select First to Respond. For the title, we'll put in Vacation Request. I'll assign this to a test email for now. For the details, we can add dynamic entries to let the approver know who is requesting to go on vacation. I can scroll down or do a search for Created by Display Name. We can see from the icon type that this is being pulled from SharePoint. So we'll write Person X, want to go on vacation from start date until vacation end date. Note that you can use Markdown in this details field to format the way you want. Let's introduce some conditional logic. Select New Step, and then choose Condition from the list of actions. Configure the condition card by choosing Responses Approver Response. Set the condition to Approve. We will set the value in our condition to Approve, time to manage the outcome. For approved requests, add an email action. This will notify relevant parties about the successful approval. We'll configure the email card with the necessary details. The 2 subject and body are required, so for who we are sending it to, I will click on Add Dynamic Content and choose Created by Email. In the subject, we'll type in Your vacation request has been approved. In the email's body box, we'll add the approver's name and use the comments token from the approvals action to insert the approver's comments. We'll also need to add an update action for the approved request. We can update this to suit our needs, so we'll select Add an Action in the If Yes branch, and we'll search for SharePoint's Update item. Again, we specify the site address and list. We choose the list item ID for the ID field. For the title, we'll select the title of the approval. We have to make sure that the approved is now set to yes, and we'll also add the approver's comments. For the If No branch, we can add an email action to handle rejected requests. Select Add an Action on the If No branch and we'll search for Send an Email. Time to configure our email to our needs. To complete the setup, add an update action for rejected requests using the update item. SharePoint action. Remember to configure the card with site address, list name, ID, and title. We'll choose the same info, but this time we'll set the approved field to No. I'll go ahead and save it. Note that you may get the message that no Microsoft Dataverse database for this environment has been provisioned. When you establish approval workflows, they're stored within Dataverse. At the start, when you employ the approvals connector within a Cloudflow situated in a different environment, the platform will autonomously set up a database. To ensure success, the individual executing the initial approval flow should hold an administrator position in that particular environment. Congratulations, you've created a dynamic automated Cloudflow. It's time to put your creation to the test. In our SharePoint list, I'll go ahead and create an entry for a request. I'll click on New, give it a title, and provide the start and end date. I'll then click on Save. Note that when we trigger the flow will remain running on the start and wait for an approval request until the approver has submitted their feedback. As the approver, I'll go to my email and we can see I have received the vacation request. In our example, I am in essence my own manager. I can be difficult to manage, so I think I'll be nice to myself and approve my own holiday request. I can add a comment to it, have a good holiday, I'll confirm this. As mentioned in our test, I'm both making the request and approving the request. So if we wait a minute, we'll see the approved vacation request coming in. And there we have it, approved vacation. Submitted Sunday 20, August 2023 at 11:11. Wow, that's cool, the angels are looking after me. If I go to SharePoint, we can see the request details are now in our SharePoint list. In conclusion, you've now gained the essential skills to streamline and automate your approval processes across various platforms using Power Automate. With the approvals, start and wait for an approval action, you've learned how to craft sophisticated approval workflows tailored for documents and processes, transforming the way you manage tasks. By integrating SharePoint and leveraging the power of conditional logic, you can effortlessly oversee vacation requests, work orders, and other business processes. With this knowledge, you're ready to enhance efficiency, reduce errors, and create a more organized work environment. Congratulations on mastering this dynamic tool, and go ahead, put your new skills into action.
You did it!
Congratulations on completing this introductory journey into the world of Power Automate. With these basics, you've gained a powerful skill set. You've learned the fundamentals from initial steps to automating tasks with templates. You've crafted your first flows, embracing automation, but that's not all. You've explored data and connectors, integrating systems seamlessly. With conditional flows, you create intelligent workflows adapting to scenarios, and the interactive element vital in business. You've dived into interactive flows and approvals, mastering task management. Power Automate empowers productivity. From simple tasks to complex processes, you're ready to automate intelligently and drive projects. But remember, learning is a continuous adventure. To stay updated on the latest tips, tricks, and tutorials on new tech, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about new content and upcoming tutorials, and you'll help us grow. God, talking is so tiring. Are we done? My mic is what? It's open? What does that mean? Oh, you can just edit this out, right? Why not?